I'm any new province, and I just finished up the league with Rally Gond. I gotta hand it to Methodical, man. This deck is sweet. There's infinite combos. We beat people with tokens and rally the peasants. It's just all around incredible. I'm just here to remind you that you can like the video or subscribe to the channel down below. I'd seriously appreciate it. It's a great way to let me know that you're supporting the channel, and it really encourages me to keep making great Pauper content. As always, you can click the timestamp in the description box down below to tap and untap and make infinite tokens in whatever match you want, but it's okay to grind them out with tokens instead. Thanks so much, guys. Enjoy the league. I think I'm going to keep this. I'm going to go turn 1 Blossoming Sands, turn 2 Soul Warden Colony Garden, then I'll cast a Commune with the Gods if I can see what I want to dig for. If they're not a very interactive deck and they're like go wide, we could even Presence of Gone the Soul Warden. Things get real tight, so I think I'm going to keep this. Given their first couple of plays will dictate whether that's a good idea or not. I guess we could like Forest Cycle Ash Baron's Commune, but I kind of like getting Blossoming Sands out here. That way we can keep on that plan. I don't know what my opponent's doing with Evolving Wilds over here, so we will soon find out, I'm sure. Nice! Thank you, man. That's so nice. Like that is so good of you. Opponent probably thinks we're on slivers. Ready to laugh their way all the way to the bank. They have a bunch of instant speed removal. I'm assuming this is Scred Delver. If it isn't Scred Delver, then it's gonna be some kind of like blue-black mono removal type deck. I'm doing this, and then I'm gonna play my other tap land, developing our board out. We'll know what we're looking for with Commune with the Gods. It's not gonna be safe to combo off until we can like sneak through a Benevolent Bodyguard or something. Switching back to your main, going main board with it. All right, so opponent probably knows we're Rally Gone now. 4 cards in hand, 2 mana available. Their hand is anything like, well, if they blindfold this Delver, that's bad. Because then, oh, come on. Well, I'm glad they fetched Mountain there, for sure. Now it makes sense why it disappeared. Yeah, you were Jace the Mind Sculptor. You weren't just Dimir anymore. You were streaming Arena? That's cool as hell, man. When? I would have dropped in. All right. Okay. So they're on 2 lands. They're gonna hold instant speed removal for our Gond Daddy, or Daddy Gond. The love is Gond. So I think this turn is just going to be Soul's Attendant, Commune with the Gods. I really wish I could Commune first. I guess I can Commune first. So we should probably go get a red mana eventually. So I'm going to Commune with the Gods. If we hit a Battle Screech, that would be sweet. Okay, yeah, I saw that they, okay, well, we hit a Battle Screech. That ain't bad. I've had worse. So let's play Soul's Attendant. And these are green creatures, so they're going to remove the Soul Warden. Yeah. So there'll be no flashing back of the Battle Screeches this moment. But yeah, we're on our way. We are on our way somehow. Messes with me because I've been playing Hearthstone too. So are the rules bogging you down? Oh man, if one of these is a ninja, that's probably it. So Gush 2 unknowns in hand. Opponent choosing not to Gush there. And we are wholly out of gas now. They probably got something to counter anything worth 2 mana. Or a removal spell. They can Gush trying to find a removal spell. So if their hand is like Gush, Spell Stutter, Hard Counter. Is that what we're thinking? Gush, Spell Stutter, Hard Counter? I guess Gush, Spell Stutter, no removal isn't that bad. Because we can Presence of Gond up this Soul's Attendant. Start working on that. But we should probably try to enchant this plant token. I don't think we have another way out. We're just going to find removal. So we've got to hope they don't have removal or hard counter. And there's a whole lot of that. There's like 11 of those in their deck. We've only seen 1 Scred so far. So I'm going to Colony Garden. See if that'll convince them to snap off some removal on the Soul's Attendant. No. So I feel like they have a removal spell. There was like a slight slight little thing there. So let's see if they want to get rid of something before we go throwing rallies around all, or before we go rolling presences around all willy-nilly like. Because it looks like Hearthstone, I kept thinking I could just attack their creature and blow them up. I think they know what our plan is. Can we beat, if we let them, like, what are they going to draw? Another removal spell or another counter spell? This makes this presence have gone pretty bad. So yeah, we've got to find another target for them. Got to find another juicy target. The best thing we could have done there was deny them anything to do with their mana, I guess. They're still getting in for a lot more damage than we are. They got to be cognizant of this Rally the Peasants too, though. They don't have an Elect Trickery or anything, so let's cycle this for red mana. Just gotta make sure we don't hit any... Or we don't... Or they don't have any Elect Trickeries main board. Elect Trickery main board is obviously a massive blowout. There's Bodyguard. That's pretty good. Let's try to cast a Bodyguard. See how they feel about that. Spell Stutter. So if their hand is Gush, Spell Stutter, Instant Speed, Removal. No, hard counter. Okay. Fair enough. But is it hard counter removal? They could have like Vapor Snag or something, so I am going to try to suit up the Soul's Attendant. Do they have it? They don't have it. Not by the looks of things. Okay. So we might be all right here. We might be able to get through this, guys. Unless they just top deck a removal spell for Soul's Attendant. Because we're going to get to rally twice next turn. We'll have 4 creatures on board. They just find a blocker. That's a pretty good blocker, too. Yes, I should always yes to this, most likely. They have Gushed. I'll land 4 unknowns in hand. Hey, Triceratops, what's up? Lost versus Blue-Red Delver. Mana screwed? No! Bummer, man. Well, they can't Spell Stutter Rally the Peasants. Doesn't just win us the game, though. Getting in for... We could get in for 12. That isn't enough. So we gotta fade at least removal for another turn. Removal and blockers. Be nice to do some, like, real explosive tokeny stuff here. Faithless Looting. Well, let's go looting, because we're not going to do any rallying this turn. Probably thinking if they want to Spell Stutter that. Seems like they don't. Okay, so we will pitch Sen's Enlistment, pitch Survivor's Encampment, flashback Sen's Enlistment by pitching Survivor's Encampment. We're going off now. Let us off go. Spell Stutter does not counter Sen's Enlistment. We gain another life. Hey, Scrub Lord! That's me. I scrub out all the time. Oh, we have to always yes this. And always yield this. There. Maverick Girl can stop rolling over wherever she is. Wherever she might be uncomfortably doing some rolling. And now we're going to get Battle Screech tokens, and now we can pretty much just win next turn. With 2 rallies? So let's see what they want to try to do here. Oh, we can only rally once. Never mind. Never mind. But we can go wider. Gain more life. There's a Fairy Miscreant, sure. How you doing, Scrub Lord? Can you imagine that as like a water bottle emptying out into your mouth as you siphon the hydration into your body? All right, another Spell Stutter on the way here. They're not going to Ninja. We don't want to give up our blockers for Delver. Yeah, you did it. Oh, dang it. So they had the removal spell. Okay, that's not good for us. But we can continue to Sen's Enlistment. Prismatic Strands. That's kind of cool. Like flashback Faithless Looting, pitch Prismatic Strands. Block, block, block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can do like 10 damage. That's not enough damage. I think we should just keep casting Sen's Enlistment until we have enough creatures to like go around them. And then next turn, maybe we can, yeah, like if we whiff on lands, I think that's when we'll go to Faithless Looting. Ralligond with looting, yeah. I think the looting has been around for a little while, but I don't know. Why would we Faithless Looting here? To hit like another Battle Screech or something? That actually kind of seems like it's worth it. I think I'm going to Faithless Looting. Because we do have cards in our deck that aren't Sen's Enlistment that we could want. Midnight Guard's not that bad. I think I will pitch this Prismatic Strands and pitch this Evolving Wilds. Play a Plains, play Midnight Guard. That's a decent blocker on the ground as well. And if we just happen to draw into another Presence of Gond, we should be in good shape. And we'll pass the turn. So they'll have to kill Midnight Guard or leave up hard counter here, which I kind of like. 3 cards in hand, no known lands in hand anymore. No attacks from our opponent. So I'm assuming there's like a hard counter thing going on here. And I guess we have Prismatic Strands on board in our bin. All right, let's continue the wide going. Make that Rally the Peasants real nice. So what are you going to do here? They're going to Spell Stutter. Is going to counter our first Battle Screech. Okay. Yep. My guard untaps. So are they going to counter the flashed back Battle Screech? Yes, this is Methonical's top eight list from the challenge. Thank you very much, Matt. Let's make some more birds. Bird list. Oh my goodness, hard counter. All right, that was a pretty good turn for them. That was a very good turn for them. Okay. Sure. 1 card in hand. Like Gush would be it'd be so bad for us right now. Gush is such a busted card. That looks like what they're doing too. Oh, savagery. Oh, that was good. And there's a Delver. Untaps the Gond. Yep. Did I just pop up my graveyard twice somehow? No, that's my revealed spells. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, that's fine. I think we'll take 4. We still have Rally the Peasants on board. So if they don't leave back enough blockers at some point, we will just kill them. All right, well, it's Faithless Looting. Try to find some more token producers. Token producers. Oh, we have to pitch the presents. Oh, that sucks. So we would have found that in a couple turns. Brutal. Okay. We'll pass back to them. I was hoping to hit a Battle Screech there, but we didn't. Battle Screech would have been sweet. I'm gonna see if they can flip a Delver. And we would have gone infinite with backup in a couple of turns, but I don't necessarily know. Yeah. I'm happy I fired that off. I think hitting a Battle Screech there would have been good enough. Yeah, opponent attacks with 1,000 things. So we block, and Prismatic Strands on blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see what they want to do here. So we got to try to Prismatic Strands. See if they have a counter for it. So it might have been appropriate to wait until We could... I'm going to Scred a bird. Okay. Sure. Prismatic Strands on blue. Yep. So now we have Flashback Rally the Peasants for how much? A lot. So we attack, they block here, they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 13. A lot. I think I am going to play with this Soul Warden because it makes all of our lands a lot better. And if I can draw a counter or more removal, that's fine too. And I don't think we attack yet. I think we give it one more turn. Sneak in what? Like blocks. They lose their augur. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're dead to Lightning Bolt anyway. Yeah. I don't think it's worth. If we attack with everything, they just kill us. So I'm gonna hold back. I'm gonna hold back. We couldn't kill them anyway. They're gonna get an attack in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to block a Delver with a bird token just in case they do have Bolt. They could have double Bolt. That would be super bad. Come on, rally the peasants. Off the top. We're just dead next turn anyway. Battle Screech is pretty cool. Let's Battle Screech. Could gain us some life, give us some blockers. Triggers, triggers. Triggers, triggers. Bunch of triggers. And additional triggers. Okay, so we go back up to 8. We have 4 flying blockers. It's pretty okay. We'll see what they have. No interaction here. We're down to 13 minutes, so we're going to have to go quick if we want to win this game. Rally in the bin to win next turn. So if they attack all out and they don't have some way to counter our rally, then we win. And if they attack all out, I might just give it to their board. Block a couple Delvers. They get in with 4 for 4 with the fairies. We're not dead to Bolt. So let's go to blocks. Block like this, block like this, block like this, and block like this. We block 2 fairies. We take 1, 2, 5 dead to Bolt. So let's do this. Or should we chump Delvers? I think we should chump Delvers. 1, 6, 12, 15. Lethal? I think we have to block like this and just hope they don't have double bolt or a counter spell. And try to win. Guard. Hey, Ozzy, what's up? Another Midnight Guard doesn't do anything here. So because this game is going to be over regardless, I'm going to Faithful Salute again. And we find another rally. Oh, it's good we did find that rally at all, actually, because I believe I tapped out a red mana. I did, yeah. Okay, so let's pitch, pitch, go to attacks, attack with everything, and if they have a counterspell, we're dead. So let's see if they have a counterspell. I'm gonna block. Rally? Do you have a counterspell? Don't, though. Do we win? We did the math. Woo! Okay. 12 minutes on the clock. We got to play fast. How you doing, Ozzy? Sorry I haven't been super talkative, guys. Okay, Spider Silk Armor comes in. Definitely all of them. Pyroblasts and probably Electriceries as well. It's a pretty good amount of sideboard. Last Breaths could be fine too. They kill everything in their deck except for Delvers. Man, but what do you take out, right? Prismatic Strands. So do we just like go down on the combo and just go all tokens? Is that what we do? Benevolent Bodyguard's probably worse because they have a bunch of spells in their deck that deal a finite amount of damage, and we don't have to combo off to win. We want to be gaining life off of these guys. But the rally plan is probably good. I get super lucky there, by the way. Not paying attention. Faithless lootinging. How you doing tonight, Ozzy? How's everything? How's everything looking and sounding, guys? Is everything okay? Everything okay out there in the world? Yeah, I guess where they can attack with a couple of different colors, Prismatic Strands isn't as good. But that's, oh man, this deck, it seems so tight, and I want to make 7 cuts. Okay, I gotta be quick about it. I want to take out 1 Faithless Looting because it's less consistent. At least 1 looting. Probably trim a Presence of Gond or 2 because they have a bunch of instant speed removal. I might only want 2 Spider Silk Armors, but lose some of the combo? Yeah, I think so too. Like, I don't think the guards are actually very good. And we probably want our Sen's Enlistment. We want anything that's good against counters. These bodyguards might not do that much. I guess the bodyguards are protecting a creature with a Presence of Gond on it. But I could just be completely killing the deck. Like, so this is what we've got left of the combo. Commune still looks good to me. Maybe take out 1 more Faithless Looting and do it like that. They probably have their Hydroblasts coming in this time. But yeah, I think so. I think you're right. I think this is good in terms of the combo. There could be a better split like this. I really wish I would have watched some Methodical playing this matchup. Well, let's try it like this. This is what Net Benefits is all about. This is for all those people. Yeah. Hey, he was in the water. And thank you for noting the loss of card advantage. I agree. All right, well, we got the Soul Sisters draw. We're gonna play Blossoming Sands into double Soul Sisters while they hopefully just leave up for a spell starter spray. I'm gonna play the annoying one first into their counterspell. Battle Screech, bunch of Soul Sisters. I can live with that. What do we care about that costs 1 and a green next turn that we might actually want to cast? This, I guess. Like if we draw 1 of our combo pieces and incidentally can try to go off into their disruption. So I think it's more worth it to play Blossoming Sands here. We're not in the business of electricerying anything yet. Opponent plays another island and passes. Good enough for me. I'm going to play around Daze. I know it might be oh no, that is a tempting reason to not play around Daze. So let's bait him out here. Let's bait him out with one of the Bad Sisters. Put the stack somewhere where you can actually see it. So they're going to counter that. That's good. Like seeing a hard counter there. We'll play another tap land and say go. And the next turn, hopefully we can find an opportunity to resolve this Spider Silk Armor. Our opponent's stuck on lands. If we don't resolve the Spider Silk Armor, we are going to resolve a bunch of Soul Sisters, though. That's for dang sure. So you can't spell star this. You need another hard counter in hand. Wow, sweet. Opponent on the double hard counter plan. And there's a Delver. They know they're safe, which is weird. All right. Oh, and another Spider Silk Armor. Sweet. Play Spider Silk Armor. Pass turn. I guess they get Daze if they have Daze. Yep. Get to Mountain. Your turn. Gotta start F6ing like a maniac now. And so I might not be as interactive as I'd like to be. Here comes Delver. They don't have any way to deal with Spider Silk once it's on the battlefield. I'm really lucky for drawing another one. Ninja? Ninja. Sure. They're going to get to draw an extra card. That's pretty good. It's pretty good that they get to draw an extra card, but it's probably also a good card. Replays the Delver. Okay. Can't argue with that. So, let's run out a bunch of Soul Sisters here. Let's play Soul's Attendant, Soul Warden, and we will always yes, always yield. And Soul Warden. Next turn, we will Battle Screech and get beaten down with some hard to disrupt tokens. We can also block Ninja now. That's critical. And Delver, actually, if it flips. We're going to trade a Soul Sister with a Ninja before we trade it with a Delver, though. If they even decide to attack into it, I think they do. Yeah. All right, so let's block with all three. Go to blocks. Block, block, block. One removal spell is kind of bad. One removal spell and a counter spell is really bad. Ooh, yeah, that's a bit of a blowout. Just a little bit. Sick Echoing Truth. Okay, well, at least it won't hit our bird tokens. Oh, and man. It definitely isn't as good as how good the next Echoing Truth is going to be. Gain a bunch of life. And pass the turn. Same plan. Did they find their other Echoing Truth, I wonder? Maybe? That would be so funny. Oh my god! Slow rolling us on the Echoing Truths. 3 cards in hand. No instants and sorceries. Yeah, I feel like Battle Screech is going to be pretty good. I'm sure glad I didn't play it into that second Echoing Truth. Second Ninja also pretty good here for them. Yikes. All right. I don't know if we can beat 2 ninjas on board, guys. I guess we have Pyroblasts coming, but don't know. We boarded pretty heavy into red. I'm not 100% sure how good of a strategy that was. Okay, we got to try not to time out. I have kind of a bad history with timing out. The first couple times I play a deck. Okay, there's the Soul Wardens. We'll pass. Do Delvers flip? It was kind of a blowout, huh? I feel like no Delver flips. Okay. Is it time to start trading ninjas? I'm still just going to block 1 because we want Battle Screech flashback Battle Screech. So 1 counterspell goes really badly for us here. So does 1 removal spell. So I'm going to hedge against a Scred or a Bolt as well as I can. At least trade with a Ninja here. Yep. They're going to get to draw another card. Pretty good. Ninja is an awesome magic card. There's an Ogiere. Opponent is on the creature draw. Yep. That's a value creature. Okay, well, they can't cast that hard counter. So that's a pretty huge benefit to us. Yeah, I don't think we're midnight guarding here. I think we're just doing this while we have the chance. Get some disposable tokens on the battlefield. Are they going to kill a Soul Warden? They are. Okay. They can't kill the next one, so we're going to get to flash this back. And hopefully block that other ninja. We might lose the ability to do that, which would really suck, but... Well, our opponents have grinded through our Soul Wardens. We're doing a Modern Cube in the chat? No doubt! Yeah, here comes a third Echoing Truth. So I should probably play really fast, because I feel like we're a little behind here, if not very behind. We're 1 removal spell away from losing a lot of our board. Oh, if they have a ninja to pick this up. How much does that suck? I'm gonna block like this, I think, because that's the soul read I'm getting here. I guess I can attack through it anyway. And if they have one removal spell, this is bad blocks too. So if they have removal spell ninja, I think these are best blocks, and that's kind of what I'm feeling like here. So they don't get their ninja, we lose a bird. Yep, there's an augur. They have hard counter in hand. Whiff on that guy. We find a bunch of midnight guards, so let's commune. See what this hits. Presence of Gond, Soul Warden? Alright. I didn't come here to not go for it, guys. If we're going down swinging. So maybe we can get that hard counter out of their hand. The thing is about Presence is it's like just kind of fine on Soul Warden too. Oof. Oof. That's gotta hurt. Alright. Pass the turn. Don't want to get too aggressive here. Hard counter in our opponent's hand to be wary of. Tons of life. Few flyers. No flipped delvers either. Yep. Attacks. Here they come. No. No attacks? I can live with no attacks. As a matter of fact, I lived through that quite well. Screds the Midnight Guard. Sure. What do we drop? Benevolent Bodyguard. Okay. Play a Benvolio. Gain some life. There's the hard counter we knew they had. Play Midnight Guard. Have you further answers? They don't. Well, that worked out beautifully. We just have to hope they don't find another answer. Otherwise, we can't win with infinite tokens. That's not good for us. So hopefully they don't flip a Scred here. Nope, don't flip a Scred. Or maybe they would not flip a Scred just to like keep us off the Midnight Guard plan. Okay, we just have to resolve this Presence of Gone, guys, and we are home free here. Like, oh please. Please, opponent, don't have it. Yep. We gonned them. Let's keep going, guys. Let's keep going. This hand is bad. This is a bad hand. It's a very bad hand. This hand is also very bad. We have to find another land, then we won't dig into further lands. That sucks. Going to 5. We probably could have kept our opener, but I don't think it was good enough. This is a lot worse than our opener. So hopefully we'll see if it gets us there. That was a little bit too much mulliganing though. This will keep us alive. Our hand's really slow, so if we want to... Yeah, that's true. No, I don't think... There wasn't any cycling lands, was there? I don't think so. Okay, Stompy. Alright, so... This might be a way to do it. This might be the way to do it. Not to jinx our Janxes, but that was a good start. It was, yeah. Oh my goodness, that was an amazing start. That first match feels good to beat Delver for sure. Oh, Ash Barrens, that's true. We could have fixed our mana. You're not wrong. But let's hope our opponent can't interact with this Soul's Attendant and we just grind them right out of the game. Grind them all the way out. Okay, so let's play Soul's Attendant. Then we'll play Azorius or Selesnya Sanctuary. They also can't really interact with our combo besides Vines the Vastwood, which kind of sucks because we can't... I don't think... Do you guys know how that interaction works? So if we sack Benevolent Bodyguard to give our creature protection from green, that means Presence of Gond can't attach to it anymore, right? Until the protection goes away. I believe that's bad news bears for us. We have Battle Screech tokens for this. I'm not super worried about it. We're going to gain some life, hopefully soon, depending on what we mill. Certainly are not going to be trading for any Young Wolves this minute. No Pit Skulk. No Pit Skulk. Gosh dang it, it's a Pit Skulk. Yes. Should have always yielded there. There's Bodyguard. I think we're going to Ash Barrens for red. And then Commune as opposed to Faithless Looting. Faithless Looting gives us more information. We don't really know what we want our hand to be doing here, so let's go get red mana. We'll leave a white up to cast this Benevolent Bodyguard. Don't be greedy. All right. Gotcha there. Acknowledged. All right, so we'll play a mountain. Faithless Looting. Any other tips, Proteus? I'm gonna need them all. Pitching a Battle Screech would be greedy. Pitching a White Source, also greedy. I think I could consider throwing away Bodyguard here because we're not on the combo draw. So if I could like pitch Bodyguard, Commune with the Gods, and kind of let the combo come to me naturally, it'll give us Prismatic Strands and Battle Screech. We could double value out of those cards. I feel like we're in better shape than we are otherwise. So I think that's what we're gonna do. I think I'm gonna keep lands and like pitch Bodyguard, Commune with the Gods. I could just pitch Commune with the Gods, Colony Garden, but I feel like I'm gonna want to make my land drops, and getting an extra token off this isn't irrelevant. And what are we doing next turn? Because I already made my land drop this turn. Flashing back Faithless Looting and Prismatic Strands or something if we don't draw into anything good. And we want to play our, yeah, so I'm going to pitch Colony Garden because it's really slow here, and we're kind of off the combo plan as it stands. We can't flashback Battle Screech with this hand, so I'm going to do this. Okay, that was me attempting to not be greedy. Play Bodyguard, gain a life, flashback, and blocking value. Pass the turns. Yeah, so getting double value off both of these spells, I think, is going to be pretty critical. So that's why I didn't want to pitch them there. I don't think the Commune with the Gods was a huge loss, considering. So let's see how they attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down to 12. I could go to 12 here. Could probably also go to 8, because we're going to gain a lot of life next turn, and we could find a way to get this Prismatic Strands online. Parasite Jason, hello! What an entrance. So we'll see. I would consider Prismatic Strandsing next turn, but we don't have to do that anymore. So let's encampment. Tap an untapped creature. So we'll tap Bodyguard for white. Tap, tap. Tap. I'm pretty good. We had a great first game. Apparently this matchup's really good, so we're gonna try to do our best to not punt it away. Yep. And yep. This Pit Skulk is a problem. I think this Pit Skulk is our biggest problem. And we'll flash this back, Titswit, because we're not Prismatic Stranging this turn. We don't want to throw away any of these creatures. No, I'm great. Yeah. I like the way that Rally the Peasants interacts with Skargan Pit Skulk. We can cast it on their attack step, and then we should have enough light, or should have enough power on board to get them through. Right, let's see what this is. BTE, that's pretty good. We're gonna gain a life though. Yep. Always yes. Precious time. Yeah, you're right. I do have to do that. Yep. I have an F6, so I should be able to. Always yes. Always yield. Man, I think. Yeah, man, Boombox Guy is back. Can you hear that Katy Perry happening out there? Every matchup is a bad matchup if you believe in yourself. They're just attacking with Skargan Pit Skulk. That's really good news for me. That tells me they don't have a lot of gas in their hand. I feel like I would have gotten this Rancor on the Pit Skulk ASAP. Okay, so I have enough lands in hand that I kind of want to just flash this back. I can pitch a land and a not business spell. If we draw 2 business spells, then never lucky, I guess. I'm gonna keep red mana. No, I have the 1 for flashing back Rally the Peasants, and we've already gone through a Faithless Looting. I should keep green mana here. Going down Prismatic Strands again doesn't feel great. I think I will pitch just 2 life gain triggers. Not as good as a Prismatic Strands. Playing Plains Bodyguard feels pretty good, but I think I'd rather have these Karoo them a little bit as we get into the game. I don't think I'm pitching Bodyguard here, so let's go like this. And like this. Get a Karoo or get a tap land down. Handwrite an eviction notice on a post in a green crayon and hand it to Boombox Guy. But that's the thing. He's beaten all the odds. He's out in his car just jamming, dude. There's no intercepting it at all. All right, play Bodyguard and pass the turn. Target creature you control. No attacks. Go ahead. Then I remembered it was today. Wait, no, today is Monday. Is today? Today isn't Tuesday. Is it? Oh, God. Today's Tuesday. Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. So this is going to become relevant soon. We're going to have to find a Rally the Peasants. Opponent's only got 1 card in hand. You might want to leave up Strands mana. Yeah, I'm down to leave up Strands mana now. For sure. Pit Skulk not looking good here. Okay, so let's trade Bodyguard, Bird, Bird, Bird. We need something to be able to block this, so I think this is all fine. They are our way to win the game. Right? With like Rally the Peasants. We're gonna have Prismatic Strands up next turn and they're not gonna kill us here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 9 go to 11. I think I'm almost okay with that. Or we have Prismatic Strands up next turn. But I kind of don't want to telegraph that either. So let's block like this. That way maybe they won't know we have Prismatic Strands and we can kind of use it to try to blow them out a bit next turn. The mana base is very tight on this deck. Tricked you, it's Monday, but here I am. You did trick me. You tricked me good. All right, there goes Bodyguard. Yep. We're at 13. So it was a painful exchange there for a little bit of extra value. What do we draw? Colony Garden. Okay, play Colony Garden, and we'll pass. No effects for us. Try to arrange some better blocks this turn. Prevent all damage. That, yeah, okay. They do have, like, the flyer, I guess. Ugh. It's good for them. They can cast 3 drops now. I really want to know Boombox Man's story. You know, there's something deep inside me that has to understand. All right, here comes Pit Skulk. Opponent got the Soul Read on the Prismatic Strands. So no Strands here. We're at 10. We have Rally, Flashback, Rally mana. Another Strands. Okay, we got to start attacking or we're going to lose. So let's get in with the birds. And we'll pass. Who am the Boombox Man? More man than box or more boom than box? You know, I can't really describe it. It's honestly one of the most beautiful things I've ever experienced in my life. So, oh, that's true. Am I gonna? I hope you guys can't hear it that clearly. I mean, that would be really unfortunate. Okay, here comes our opponent with the 3 mana plays. Let's see what this is. Elephant Guide? We can beat Elephant Guide. I probably should have been attacking earlier. I guess I feel safe. Okay, good. Well, that's interesting. That means then only I can enjoy it. And that's kind of wonderful. All right. Opponent got lots of damage on board. Swinging with some beasties. And we're dead if we don't do this. So, Prismatic Strands. And we'll choose green. Geez, I can't wait until I punt that. Choosing the wrong color at the wrong time and dying? It could happen. Alright, Evolving Wilds. Pretty bad draw. I'm going to hold it because we do have Faithless Looting in our deck, and we are at our requisite 6 mana here. So we're going to attack with our birds. But now I'm invested in Boombox Guy's story. I know, man. Me too. Me too. Our opponent can't cast Flaring Pain, so we got that going for us. Let's see what they've got now. Is it time for the anger attacks when you just start attacking with the whole team? Oh man, do we ever need to rally the peasants? Or some more life gain? Because I think if they don't leave back a blocker, I think Rally the Peasants just wins here. So I don't believe they attack with Solana Ledgewalker. If they attack with just Pit Skulk, I'm going to think about leaving this Prismatic Strands here. Probably thinking about whether they want to make me cast it or not. It's pretty safe attack with Young Wolf as well, but I could just chump. So it's like Pit Skulk, Young Wolf, chump Young Wolf with the plant, let Pit Skulk through. If they pump it for lethal, we can just... So I don't think they will do that. Convinced they will not do so. Opponent taps out. Additional Elephant Guides? I'm not convinced. I too am interested. Epic Confrontation. Yeah, I think we're just going to sack Bodyguard. Because if they don't want to go all out. Hey, Dr. Benzie Gibbs. So now it's their choice. Do they want to make us cast the Prismatic Strands or not? Okay, yeah, now we have to cast it. All right, go into blocks. No blockers. Flashback Prismatic Strands. That could have been... But if they were just going to hold back because we were going to Prismatic Strands, then we shouldn't have... So we're kind of forcing the issue. And now they can't block our flyers. Boris Garrison, eh? Well, it's more life gain. We sure are drawing a lot of lands, huh, gang? I thought this matchup was supposed to be hard to lose. I'm just joshing. We're on a very tight schedule here. Very close to dead. I guess they are too. We're kind of like a Rally the Peasants away. So that makes Commune with the Gods and Faithless Looting puts us a lot deeper into our deck. It's another Epic Confrontation. They are running main deck removal now. That's notable. Yep. So we will go through to blocks. No blocks. Cast Prismatic Strands. I don't think so, because we can't meaningfully block anything. Like, we can't block these creatures with anything that saves us. Like, if they connect with both of these creatures, we're just dead. And we don't have any main deck ways to deal with these creatures. So it's basically like we have to win almost right now or we die. All right, Commune. Let's find a Rally the Peasants, gang. I think I'm going to tap this. Okay, commune with the gods. Some life gain would be sweet. Rally the peasants in the bin just wins us the game, I think? I think we just won. We got the whole combo in hand, too. I think at this point, I would just take Presence of Gond. But I'm pretty sure we just win here. So let's go to combat. Get in with our birds. And hope they don't have any, hope they don't have like Moment's Peace. I don't know. Rally those peasants. Come on. No whammies. No whammies. They could have untapped this to block. Oh, they didn't die. Oh, wonderful. I thought we had them, gang. I thought we had them. Okay, well, bummer. They're at 11. We did 9. That's correct. Okay. So they're dead next turn. And we have Prismatic Strands. They would have to hit another Solana Ledgewalker or life gain here. Which I don't think they have any of. They could have another Solana Ledgewalker. That's an absolute possibility. They also get a free attack with it, Query Ranger, but they don't. Okay. Whew. All right, so what's the sideboard look like here, guys? I'm gonna take a minute. So we saw a good amount of stuff this would be good against. Last Breath is pretty great at killing the majority of their deck. It doesn't kill Solana Ledgewalker. And that was pretty close. Like, I don't think I want them gaining life. I don't think this is the matchup for Last Breath. Who's got it? Who's got the advice? Who's got the sideboard guide? But I feel like Last Breath is pretty good. I feel like Journey to Nowhere is pretty good, too. These kill Pit Skulks. Journey does not hit Ledgewalker. They do deal with, you know what though? They have Rancor. I feel like this is really bad against Rancor. Hey, Opa Magic Style. Opa Magic Style. Hello. Hello and good evening. So what do you guys think? Is it Last Breath? Is this a Last Breath matchup or is this an Electrickery matchup? Electrickery looked pretty bad last game too. Or is it just Standard Bearers and a Journey? Stay pretty close to the plan. That felt pretty good. Like, our main deck might just be good enough. Board at work, right on. Well, I'm glad I can help. What do you guys think? Go down to Faithless Looting. It's a little less consistent. It's a little slower. Just concede. I can't win? Yeah, no, that's I mean You think these 3 cards are fine? Thank you, Geck Boy. Thank you very much for your advice. Okay, so I'm going to cut a Faithless Looting. I'll keep the cuts over here so you guys know what's on the way out. Keep these guys over here. So I think 1 Faithless Looting will come out. I think we need less Benevolent Bodyguards because they don't have that much targeted removal. And I think this is pretty fine. They do have targeted removal. We have Standard Bearers for that now. I don't think this is a Last Breath matchup, but I could be wrong. And I also don't think this is an Electrickery matchup. They don't seem very weak to that. But I would consider bringing a Last Breath in. This feels correct to me. This was a test. I think this is the way to do it. What do you guys think? O-rings don't really matter. I think this is all right. I'm gonna submit. I think this is okay. I guess it exiles Young Wolf for whenever that matters. If we're in the business of exiling Young Wolves, this is pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna stick 2 Soul Sisters and a Standard Bearer. That's kind of a tough call though. So Crumbling Vestige, Soul's Attendant, Standard Bearer. I think is the play here. We could get greedy and play 2 Soul's Attendants out, but I think we want to hit Standard Bearer ASAP. So that's what we're gonna do. Nice. Pretty good card. Last Breath, very good against that card. I guess Prismatic Strands is also pretty good against it. So, Crumbling Vestige, add white. Play Soul's Attendant. My least favorite Soul Sister. I would, there's other options, isn't there? Don't we have a third Soul Sister in Pauper? The May ability. I guess if your opponent has like Sanguine Bond, what is that card? It's like whenever your opponent would gain life, they lose that much life instead. Card's a bummer. Risky attacks from our opponent. No respect for the gut shots. Essence Warden, yeah. And Suture Priest, right. Tainted Remedy, is that what people are worrying about? Zale Gaming. Scarring Pit Skulk's a pretty good card. Pretty good card. We gotta always yes that, guys. Where's a Phyrexian Sister too, but she's not a close family member. Yeah, we don't invite her out to everything. All right, so I'm gonna play Encampment here and Standard Bearer, adding white here. Our opponent's like, Crumbling Vestige, we got this. Well, she has been complicated a bit. Yeah, she's not a... she's not fully genetically related anymore. When you're complicated, does that make you like a second cousin? Or a third cousin? And how much is removed at that point? You know what I mean? Because... yeah, Scattershot Archer. That's sweet. I haven't seen one of these guys in a while. They're pretty hot tech. Gaining some life. 2 cards in our opponent's hand. Scattershot Archer, the issue we currently have to cope with. I guess Skargan Pitskulk is somewhat of an issue too, but with Standard Bearer on board, I'm not super worried about it. Yeah. So... I think we're getting out some Soul Sisters here, and then we will Presence of Gond in due time. I wouldn't mind having 2 things to throw away, but I guess at that rate I kind of don't. Because we can Presence of Gond here, and then I guess we took this turn off. We have Presence of Gond online. Or is it all, after compilation, do you still count as a blood relative, or is it all oil? So just for the sake of going and finding our some more white mana, because we only have 1 white source, and I think Battle Screech is too good, / multiple copies of Prismatic Strands is too good to ignore that we need additional white pylons, additional plain lawns. So I'm gonna play a plains, play a Soul's Attendant, gain some life. I'm going to tap this Standard Bearer, so I can't even flirt with the idea of potentially blocking with it. Play a Soul Warden. And then we're going to start going wide with Presence of Gond. And our opponent's like, I can't beat this. Always yes, and we'll pass. Well, I think white Phyrexian Compilation is putting the Porcelain over the bear's sinew and flesh, so physically most of you is still there. There's now 5 different factions who have their own way to complicate. Oh no. Wasn't there always? Boom. Look at that stack. Oh yeah. That was greasy. Just a casual Vault Scourge on board, gain 3. Battle Screech is actually pretty bad here, unless I find some way to interact with this Scattershot Archer. Yeah, I don't know what Reds is, necessarily. Boris Garrison, huh? So I think that's reason enough to have Colony Garden down, and I think I'm going to land Presence of Gond this turn instead of trying to trade with the Scattershot Archer using our Prismatic Strands. I think that's a plan for the future. So we'll Colony Garden. That was greasy. What, man? I binge-watched the most recent season of the Trailer Park Boys. What do you expect? What do you want from me? Add green, tapping our plant, and Present to the Gond. So that's pretty good. I think we should have it here so long as we don't play like idiots. So let's not. No attacks. It's just too much. Like, they can't do anything about it with Scattershot Archer, and we'll gain a bunch of life every turn. So opponent goes to attacks with the Pit Skulk, and the Scattershot, and the BT, and the Vault Scourge. Yep. Cool. No blocks. Not yet. I'll wait until I can productively block this. Pump spells don't do anything. I take some damage. I have to play fast, too. And we want to always yield this. There. Perfect. All right, let's play out Soul's Attendant. I want to bounce Colony Garden, though. And I also want to leave up Prismatic Strands this turn. Which I can't do under these circumstances. So I think I'm just going to play Soul's Attendant, and we'll bounce the Plains. Despite it not gaining any life. It's a little greedy. It's a little greedy to be hoping for that. So I'll play Boros Garrison, pick up a Plains, and pass turn. We will be blocking this turn. We can't block Pit Skulk, which kind of sucks. Is Elephant Guide? What do you put Elephant Guide on? Vault Scourge? Urabrask is that he went under the surface, looking, protecting pure alloys. Urabrask. That's a cool name. All right, so let's go to blocks, and I think we're gonna like wrath their board here pretty much. So block, 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 and block. Like that. Opponent ordering blockers. This is my impression of not getting greedy. So we'll tap this, tapping this, tap, tap, and Prismatic Strands on green. Oh, I guess this deals no damage. So it should have been blocking with the Standard Bearer. That sucks. Oh well. Goes to damage. Yep. Yeah, that was a little bit of a punt. Because getting this off the board would have been sweet. But I think we're okay. Despite the punts. We're going to gain a bunch of life. Yep. Bunch of triggers. Always yes, and always yielding. We will always yes to this as well. I guess we can't for some reason, but anyway. Not super relevant. Okay. Let's commune with the gods. Find another Soul's Attendant. Record. Record what? Oh, record. Oh, man. Oh, wait, you know what? How much does Rally the Peasants do here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So unless they have a fog here, we just win. So let's win the game. How about that? Go to combat. Yeah, that's my bad. I'm so sorry, guys. It should be 2-0, right? I guess it's 3-0. Attack with everything. Go through to blocks. Rally the peasants. Did we get it? GG? Nice. Nice. Maybe this is like an uninteractive deck. And we can be really slow. This isn't bad for a slow start either. No, she can defend herself, man. She's scary. I think, man, I'm on the draw too. I could find an untap land for the Soul Warden, and then I'm in an okay shape, and I have the combo in hand. I'm going to keep. I feel like this combo isn't just in the deck to be a joke or something. I feel like if you have it in hand, and you can leverage yourself being able to cast it successfully, you're in pretty good shape. So that's what we're going to do. Wonder what we're up against. Up against 2 untapped blue mana. Let's try Soul Warden. Given if this is Spell Stutter Sprite, how bad is that? They Spell Stutter Sprite here, leave up another Spell Stutter. We're not trying to cast any 2-drops next turn. We're going to be trying to cast a Midnight Guard, so they'll have to have a hard counter. There we go, refreshed. That's good. What does the combo do? It seems like Flying Token Beatdown is what wins. We did win one game with the combo. With the tilts. This plays into Daze too. I guess if we can get them off a land, that's fine. We're okay with taking our time. No plays here is good news. If this is like accumulated knowledge, that's bad, but it wasn't, so it's a bit grindy. It is grindy. All right, so our opponent got the reads on the Midnight Guard. So we'll go to combat and attack. See if they want to tap any mana to deal with this Soul Warden. Infinite tokens and life gain. And it does grind out fairly well. So if we play Soul Warden this turn and do nothing else, we're hoping that our Battle Screech gets through next turn and we find red mana for this Faithless Looting. I think we just play Midnight Guard because if our opponent isn't on instant speed interaction, like they didn't counter this Soul Warden last turn. So what are they going to do? Kill our Midnight Guard? Counter our Presence of God? I think we won. Yeah, sweet. All right. Yeah, I don't know how that wasn't counterspell. Anyway, I think we get infinite life and win here. There's a Doomblade. So they probably don't have Daze? Discarding to hand size, and yeah, we win. Unless they have Echoing Decay in hand, but I feel like this is too good to pass up. We get to gain infinite life anyway. They're mana screwed. That sucks. That never happens to my opponents. Well, color screwed, yeah. And we've got the combo. So I'm going to make like 40 tokens on their end step. Because they could have Echoing. Okay, well, they can't have Echoing Decay anymore. I think we just win. You made it, Carbuncle! Perfect timing. Active what? Oh no, I was waiting until their end step. I can combo off an instant speed. It had Summoning Sickness, didn't it? Oh, you're right. No, it didn't. It didn't, but these would have. We'll always yield this. I imagine, yeah, okay. We won. Cool. That was fast. The Augur of Bolas. The Augur of Bolas, Gurmag Angler, Doomblade, Infinite Removal matchup. Bunch of instant speed removal. I feel like the combo's a lot worse here. They also get Echoing Decay and Shrivel out of the sideboard. So what are we better at defending against? Nah, I think use Spider Silk? I don't think they would have that many Shrivels. I've seen some lists that have none. They just have Echoing Decay. I don't know. Thanks for the follow, Carbuncle. Thank you very much. Do you think? I don't think Spider Silk is better than any other. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think we can cut that many cards in this matchup. Like, there isn't tons of sideboard for it. I don't know what else Oblivion Ring would be for. Actually, I think it might even just be one. Man, thank you so much for the sub, Parasite Jason. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Okay. So Journey, Pyroblasts come in. Instant, like, Doom Blades are just super good. Doom Blades and Echoing Decays and stuff like that. I do get kind of like gushy in front of people. I feel like it's really weak to interaction here as well. So I think we do shave combo pieces again. We leave it now. Faithless Looting is probably really bad too. Like, I might even want one O-ring for their other. Love you too, babe. You should wait till you see the intro for this one. For the deck tech. It's gonna be spicy. I think this is the board. But it's not obvious. So I wish I could consult with Methodical on this one. There's probably even an argument for taking out another guard for something, but O-ring for Garmangler seems necessary, absolutely. But I don't really want to take out another guard. I don't want to go down another Faithless Looting. Maybe Pyroblasts only come in matchups that Faithless Lootings come out. I would take out a Faithless Looting for an O-ring. But then we're grinding. Then we're grinding hard. We're not going all in on tokens right away. Looting comes back in. Submit. We only have 15 seconds. I took out one guard. We can still combo off. I don't know about that. I don't know. I think they can just hold up Doomblade all day. We can Battle Screech a bunch of times. This isn't bad enough to ship, but the mana's awkward. I guess considering we boarded in Hydroblasts or Pyroblasts, this isn't that bad. All right, our opponent is going to get to play Magic this game. There are no green cards I care about casting that soon, so let's Windscarred Crag and pass. Battle Screeches are really good in these matchups, so I'm going to keep them. Not playing all of your Battle Screeches is a good tactic as well. This is going to be slow, though. Like, they're going to get a minute. So we got to hope they don't find all the answers with cards like Preordain before we give them an opportunity. I don't know. I don't think trying to force a combo through a bunch of interaction is a good call. All right, well, there's our green mana. But I kind of don't want to... I don't really want to discard to hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We don't want to draw any more lands, so I'm going to Evolving Wilds here. We'll go get a basic, we'll bounce it back next turn, and then I'll make us hit 4 on time, and I'm fine enough with that. So you know what? Some Soul Sisters probably could have come out. Yeah, I think the combo stays in. Soul Sisters come out. Oof! That kind of sucks. Sure. Opponent on the land destruction plan. Jeez. The soul reads. Elves had a 70% win rate, yet it wasn't top 8. What do we get here? I think we get more... some untapped red mana for when we need it. Actually, let's get white mana. We might want white mana, 1 white mana next turn, so let's get white mana. It bounces to our hand, and that could very well be the discard. And I think it will be. So let's pitch it. Commit our red mana next turn. Commune. Yeah, we're gonna have to discard a hand size again. Savage. Savagery. All right, let's play Sanctuary. We don't have... I guess we have a good amount more time now that we've won a game so quickly, but If they win this one, we might need a minute to win the next one. So let's see. If they can bounce this, they have another recoil. It's pretty good for them. Maybe this wasn't fast enough, especially where we're so shy on the combo. Yeah, I think the sideboarding was a little sketchy. Benevolent Bodyguard is probably good enough for Midnight Guard, so maybe this is a force the combo through matchup. All right, so let's Soul Warden and commune with the gods. This is the matchup to be greedy, whatever that means. Well, I'll take your word for it. Here comes the greed. Opponent is going to disfigure Soul Warden. That's not good for us, but we are hopefully going to be able to... Huh. You want to be greedy, eh? I can do that. They only have 3 cards in hand. So if they can't refill here, like if we don't start seeing further land drops and forbidden alchemies and stuff like that, we could be in okay shape. But I think trimming the combo probably wasn't a great idea. Now that we've come this far. There's an alchemy. We're going to start screeching here now. I wonder if we run Bodyguard into removal. No, we should at least protect it from edicts, probably. At the very least. But I guess on that note, Prismatic Strands, like, yeah, it's tough. It's tough to say what the plan was. Yeah, I think it's time for the first Battle Screech. So let's do that. This deck feels good, by the way. I like this deck. I like your deck. Methodical, you're a genius. I like your deck. I like it. Would love to leave up red mana to force through any of our combo pieces. Opponent's got 5 cards in hand. All of their mana untapped. So are they mana screwed again? Is that what we're seeing here? Well, let's... Get a room. Me and Methodical, huh? He's pretty great. All right, so let's Battle Screech and flash back Battle Screech. If they have one of their sideboard cards for it here, which they very well may. Okay, well, I'm happy with that eating a counterspell. Because we can get down this garrison, and then next turn, at the very least, we'll get a couple more birds. And we're close to just having enough mana to commit the combo through counter magic and hope, pray. They don't have black flavored removal. We can try to strip them of that. Well, there's a Doomblade. Nice. Yeah, I think this is the combo matchup. They're missing land drops again, though. I can't imagine this feels good for them. Well, there's an Evoked Muldrifter. Divination is still fine. Still not a terrible card. And what's this? Preordain. They were filtering before they even saw it. Come on, Benevolent Bodyguard. Off the top. We've got Edict Fodder. Got a way to counter a counter spell on our Presence of Gone when that's relevant. Found another Battle Screech. Well, let's make a Jillian Bird token, shall we? See how much removal our opponent has. How about that? Is that the plan? Get greedy? Go ham? Think that's the idea. Because they have to answer that, and then once they're done answering that, I probably shouldn't make it abundantly easy for them to answer it. Like maybe I only flashback 1 this turn. Because flashing back another one doesn't change the clock. If they hit untap land Muldrifter here, I'm going to want Pyroblast. Oh, I can't flash back another one anyway. The deck saved me from overcommitting. Thank you, deck. Untap land, and is this Muldrifter? I feel like if you have Muldrifter in hand, you gotta start looking for answers to these. Yeah, no blocks. Journey. All right, I'm gonna save that for a Gurmangler. Go to attacks, get in. Opponent not casting any removal here. No land destruction tonight, no. That is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And you can see a deck tech for that deck right here. Mono red land destruction, blowing up some lands, having a good time. So I still don't think it's time to force through Midnight Guard. I guess we could try it. We've got 3 more Midnight Guards in our deck, and if they just incidentally don't have it, then that's great. But we're not going to fight a counterspell with Pyroblast, so yeah, let's see. Let's see. It's time to get greedy, right? Did somebody? I think somebody said that. Said that it was greed time. Because they're dying to these birds anyway. Like, we just have we have a plan. Yeah, that's tomorrow night. Oh, soul manipulation. I will counter soul manipulation. They're getting back a Muldrifter. So we're going to fight over this. They're probably going to win that fight. Oh, that was good. That was so good for them. Dang it. And like very bad for us. Okay, well, they're going to get to draw some cards with Muldrifter. We're not going to journey this guy. We will journey the Drifter. Always time for greed. Make them have it. I could have waited for them to tap out for a Muldrifter and then got the whole combo down and started doing my hope and wishing praying, but making them have it there was fine enough for me because now they have to answer these birds. I'm going to get the Muldrifter off the board. I don't see how you don't cast it here. Just evoking it, okay. I'm gonna leave up some counter magic. Gotcha. Or we're just gonna keep evoking drifters? It's not the worst plan. I am going to keep attacking you in the air. Skeptical Angler. See if they want to counter the Soul's Attendant. How do you feel about that? Pretty okay with that. Would you like to counter a flashed back Battle Screech? No, they're not super into countering that either. But they do have counter magic. Wonder if they would like to counter this Presence of Gond on one of our not summoning sick birds. That's pretty tasty. That's a juicy target. No, they don't. Heavens. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I absolutely do. I still have a Battle Screech here. I'm not going to run it out because if we do incidentally start hitting enough token generation, we could do okay. I'm not gonna run into it. They're representing it. We've got blockers for days. I mean, Echoing Decay / Shrivel really sucks, but yep. Savagery. That's a million for one right there. Okay. So they still have counter magic in hand. Yeah, we're doing pretty bad. All right. I'm not going to flashback Prismatic Strands on black just because of Gurm Daddy. Not right now, anyway. 2.5 for one. Yeah, that's true. Yep. What's this? Fatal Suiting. All right, let's see what this finds us. We'll pitch the other Fatal Suiting and a land, I guess, for what that's worth. And I guess just get some counter magic out of their hand. Our board position was good enough not to risk it last turn, but I think it is worth it now. Yeah. Sure. And your turn. Worst comes to worst, we can always Prismatic Strands. You're at 13. This will be a block. Mark my words. Go to blocks. Blocks like this. Opponent has 2 cards in hand. Wonder what they are. I haven't seen any edicts. I feel like we're pretty good against edicts. All right, let's flashback Faithful Suiting. Come on. Sends Enlistment. That's juicy. So is Rally the Peasants. If I had it my way, those would be both of the cards in my hand. But part of me kind of wants to pitch, cycle, cast. Or pitch, play, cast. But it's not trivial at all. I could just pitch, give them a turn. I think that's what we're gonna do. We can dig for more rallies. And we don't really need the Prismatic Strands. So let's do it like this. Opponent gonna tap a jillion mana for a counterspell here. Oh, they're gonna Forbidden Alchemy. Okay. That's fine. Yep. This is gonna let us flashback Battle Screech as well. So let's flashback Battle Screech. Rally in the bin. If our opponent does choose to attack, we're in a pretty good position. As long as they don't have another Wrath, that would be so brutal. But I guess second Echoing Decay isn't even terrific here. There's Augur. Let it be known that we have Prismatic Strands and such in hand. I'm gonna put a Preordain in their hand. We're getting close. Preordains, yep. What did you find? The answer? Ponders. Nope, no answers. I'd love to win this game. I just want to finish it. Finish him. It's been a long game. We're grinding. We're grinding out here. We're like a weed addict. Oh, dang it. Demonetized. I forgot. YouTube cares. All right. Opponent got land. Let's see if they shuffled. They did shuffle. Okay, there's Muldrifter. Pretty good card. Pretty good card. You're tapped out. Demonetized. I'm going to start Strandsing while the Strandsing is good. I guess these could hit future Gurmag Anglers, but I'm fine enough like that. Soul Warden. We could Faithless Looting into a land, which would almost be better here than just casting another Soul Warden. So I am going to Faithless Looting. Yeah. Right? Pitch. Pitch. Flashback. Sends Enlistment. Pitching Blossoming Sands. Get some tokens, gain some life, and pass for now. We just gotta go wider. Like, we're gonna have blockers. It's not a big deal. I maybe should have saved... What? No! Alright, opponent's got it all. That was brutal. Oh, we were coming close, too. Now, what's this? Another Gurm Daddy. Yep. Oh, brutal. That was a beating. Maybe the Spider Silk Armors are a consideration. Yep. Let's play the Midnight Guard. The Guard Dog. And spot removal. They had it. They had it the whole time. Can't Strands. We take 1. 12. The Gurm Father giveth and the Gurm Father mostly taketh away. They got some pretty hot draws. I guess they've seen the majority of their deck, as have we. But we're at 1 here. Not a lot of hot draws left in us. Commune with the Gods doesn't really do anything. Soul Warden, I mean, I think that's it, right? Play Soul Warden and die. Okay. So I don't think the bodyguards stay in if you're taking the combo out. So I think that would be a reason to have Faithless Looting in over bodyguards. Same with Prismatic Strands. I guess like Echoing Decay kills through Spider Silk Armor, so that's not coming in here. Last Breath kills everything in their deck but Gurmag Gangler. Kills it dead too. That's almost not bad. Because our Sens Enlistment tokens and our Midnight Guards are never getting through an Augur Bolas. It was a light touch. It was a light touch. I don't know. I don't know if I can go back on it. Leaving up 2 Prismatic Strand casts at once to block and kill the Gurmag Angler is probably a good strategy. Our opponent also got really lucky. Top decked that Shrivel when it mattered the most. Okay. Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's right. They're the control deck. We attack. So that probably means it's right to not try to be a combo deck because we're not as fast as Tribe. And you know they're coming packing Tribe hate these days. Also days. Pretty good Tribe hate. Ponder. Sweet card. Real good card. Right, and I have the 1 journey. I probably could have brought in another journey over... Could have brought in another journey over something. Over like another... Over a Benevolent Bodyguard where there's less... This is tough. This is a tough turn. I think we still go tap land, Soul's Attendant, figure out what's going on here. Have a couple bodies on board. So tap land, I think we got to play fast, first and foremost. LSV played Tribe. made a mistake on board. And 5-0 to league? Was he 10-0? 5-0, 10-0? Opponent on the preordained plan. We're attacking for 2 a turn. We're on the attack you repeatedly plan. All right, slow draw from our opponent. Well, want to play the do they have a Doomblade game? Because I do. Play Midnight Guard. I don't think this Presence of God is getting any better. Punted and drew a way out of the punt immediately. So they got to have Doomblade here. Pretty much exactly Doomblade, or Counterspell for our Presence of God. But even if they have Counterspell for Presence of God, it's not that bad. Because we still get to... We still have a 2-3. Okay, and that's good too. That'll help us refill. So... I don't know, let's go for it. Do you have a Doomblade? No! They have a recoil. Okay, fair enough. Pitch this Faithless Looting we're never casting. Presence of Gone fizzles. Attack for 2. But at least it couldn't attack our mana base with that. That's okay, and we can find another presence. Oh, was it? There's just Tribe everywhere? It's a good deck, y'all. It's a good deck, y'all. It's really, really scary to play against, too. It's really got that thing going for it. Let's see. What does our opponent want to do? Let's commune. I probably even could have communed first to see if I hit a Battle Screech. Ah, I'm gonna counter the commune. No, they're gonna alchemy. Okay, sure. What do we find with commune? No edicts. It's weird to not see edicts in a Forbidden Alchemy deck, but it's pretty bad. Edicts aren't great against this deck. Feels like Twin did in Modern. Just like so scary. I think we need Journey to Nowheres more than we need Soul Sisters. So let's play with this Colony Garden, gain some life, have an Angler answer. And it was finally crawling back into the foxhole. It was Maiden. Then he put it on blast and everyone was playing it. Right. I said always yes. Always yes. We can attack for 8. Big feels. Ooh, that's not good. Gurm Daddy, leave up counter magic. Wow. I guess they're just disruptive enough. They had to have it there too. Nihil Spellbomb, pretty good answer against our deck. Geez, recoil, huh? Gaining a bunch of life. See what our opponent finds here. This might be it, guys. This might be it. Losing to blue-black. But I'll have to ask Methodical after this where the mistake was. What is the board plan for blue-black? I obviously should have watched more Methodical before I did this. So we are going to get to, luckily, journey this Gurmag Angler, the first one. And we'll play another 1/1, although I don't know if that's even advisable at this point. I guess we can cast it next turn if we want. I'm going to play it. We'll see if the go wides can do us any justice, even though we don't have any red mana. They probably don't see it coming. We stand to attack for 9, 10, 11 here. Starting to think Sighting and Gutshot and Snuff Out more. Starting to see Snuff Out and Gutshot pop up a lot more. Maybe not a lot more. I honestly don't really know what I'm talking about. Bolus does not get it. Opponent leaving a Jillian mana up. Green. Well, we can't just run a rally into a counterspell. So let's play Midnight Guard. We're not fooling anybody. They could be saving their counter magic for that, and we kind of need to get the counter magic out of their hand so that it can't counter the Rally the Peasants we cast later. So play Midnight Guard and pass. That's our only Journey to Nowhere. We got to start hitting Battle Screeches 100 years ago. And like drawing them too. We can't mill them. Or the game plan is forfeit. Yep. Doom Blade the Midnight Guard. What is this? What is this nonsense? Further Alchemy? Okay. On mills. Yep. Does some thinking. Shrivels our whole board. Yeah, Shrivel's pretty good, huh? And if they have another Gurmag Angler, pretty hot finding anglers like that. But we didn't have other answers for them anyway, so maybe that's what it was. Maybe we were supposed to have Oblivion Rings coming in. Well, play Soul's Attendant. We didn't come here to not play Soul's Attendants. Probably could have stood to search for a bit more red mana at some point. All right. This is really good against Battle Screech. Just insanely good. Snuffat has 1.25 ticks. Yikes. That's pretty nice for us. Don't mind seeing the Spell Bomb go here. Makes top deck Battle Screeches a lot better. We have counter magic in hand. Top deck Battle Screech, still not hot. Sands Enlistment. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we're looking for. Crumbling Vestige, not what we're looking for. Crumbling Vestige. Give the Soul's Attendant. Make it a 5/5. I'm still not blocking with it, so I will attack. And let's see if they remove it. Nope. Just gonna go to 13. Far too critical to use it to flashback a Battle Screech. Ugh. Oh, that was bad. That was so bad. All right. Fair enough. Opponent gets in. No attacks from the Augur. That's where we have Rally on board. They cast a Mull Drifter, they're not tapping out a blue mana anytime soon, so or 2 blue mana anytime soon. I wonder if they have another recoil. Just for the rub-ins. Just for the ye old rub-ins. It's possible. Snuffat's a really niche card. Like, it's a very unique effect. What are your guys' favorite niche cards? I know Lynx is a huge fan of Snuffat. What do you guys like? What is your favorite niche card? I think my favorite one is Esper Sojourners because it just embodies the jank so well. All right, Pyroblast not doing a ton here. We are in the not counter your Forbidden Alchemy portion of the game. Oh yeah, we've had the unmake talk here. Pyroblast also not being cast today. Yeah, I like unmake too. I think that card's sweet. Disfigure is my favorite, but I also jam it in Modern. Yeah, you like Disfigure in Modern too? I can see that. I'm not a big Modern expert, so I can't necessarily weigh in on that one. We gotta always yes to that, man. That is that is a dangerous notion. I think that's our only route to victory here. And chumping this Gurmagler for 100 years or something. Commune. I'll cast it. Don't think I won't. We find Presence of Gond, Soul Warden. I'll find Presence of Gond. That does give us an out. But if they just have like Doomblade here, then GG. So let's get our one red here. Let's really telegraph it, but we need to. Like we can't. If we force this through, at least we get a little bit of value out of it. So let's do this like this. And see how they respond. They will Doomblade. Go figure. Okay. Yep. Are we dead? Pretty much dead. I think my favorite is probably Tolarian Winds in Pauper. Super powerful effect for common. Absolutely. That's a good card. Opponent Alchemies. At a GP once I was playing Bug Delver and was playing against Reanimator. Game 1, dude blew all his cards to land a Grizzlebrand, and I doubled Disfigure, blocked with a Delver. That doesn't seem like a very winning exchange for them. I don't know. Like, what do we do? Like double Prismatic Strands? Yeah, no, that's it. I think last turn we could have flashback Faithless Looting. And then pitched our Prismatic Strands to try to save us, but we've got it. Cool. Okay, let's play first. Let's play smart. Let's try to play smart. I'm good enough with Sen's Enlistment, gain a bunch of life off Soul's Attendants if this is going to be a slow hand. So that's good. Our mana's okay. So let's do that. It is a little slow. I don't know what Taste the Sad is on, but we could be tasting the sad here in another Delver matchup. It must be somewhat fairly balanced against Delver, considering. I don't know if they'll daze this. They could. Could daze this. We'll Colony Garden. They can't daze our next Soul's Attendant, which is nice. Always yes. Always yes. And pass to them. Blind Flip Delver. Never lucky. Opponent. Do they blind flip the Delver? Here comes. Here comes the pain. Boom. And they are playing Daze. Very good. So, how do we play around Daze and Spell Stutter Sprite next turn? Or do we? We draw out one with Soul's Attendant, and then we can land Benevolent Bodyguards. That seems pretty bad. So let's attack with Soul's Attendant. Maybe they will flash it in to block our Soul's Attendant. No, no trades. No such luck. I guess we try to cast a Bodyguard, just start clocking here, but makes this Colony Garden a lot worse. I'd rather run this into counter magic. All right. Where's the Sprite? Opponent does not. You don't play lands like this if you don't always have it. So they clearly had the Spell Starter Sprite there. Colony Garden, gain a bit of life. Incidental life gain is actually pretty decent against Delver. And them not having hard removal is absolutely relevant. This is certainly a Pyroblast matchup. Certainly not a Faithless Looting matchup. I don't know how good Benevolent Bodyguard is either. I think you want less, depending on how much you can see, like if they are a Vapor Snag version. See if we can't bait out a Vapor Snag or two. Oh, opponent preordains. Gets their land drop. Double blue. Administers beats. They probably have another Spell Stutter for the Soul's Attendant. I would. If I were them, I'd have another Spell Stutter Sprite, so I'm going to Sen's Enlistment. It's not the end of the universe if this gets countered. We get good value. Probably find out if they have a Vapor Snag here. Or a Snap, or whatever it may be. They have a Daze in hand, I guess. Yeah, they're going to Daze. Okay. We cannot pay. We go to combat. They don't have any graveyard hate, so we can start pitching lands, too. No big deal. That might have been their last counter, if they're going to be dazing now. But I don't know. About to find out, I guess. 4 lands. And is it Spire time? Is it time for the Golem? Not time for the Golem. How many more dazes do they have? Right? Maybe we go an alternative route to getting additional life gain. I mean, they could just keep countering Sen's enlistments until they don't have counters anymore. Yeah. Let's see. Will you continue to counter our land drop? No. Gain a couple life. Turn down their clock a little bit. Get in with Soul's Attendant. Plan to start getting in with Kithkin. Unless they have Spire Golem next turn, of course. And I feel like they don't want these to resolve. I think that's what they're holding counter magic for. Or they don't have counter magic. They just have spell starter sprites, which makes Sen's Enlistment just the correct play. Unfortunately, we do not have the luxury of making the correct play this turn. So let's run out Bodyguard. It still gains us a life. And it's, you know, I'd rather this get countered than Soul's Attendants. Good spell stutter sprite targets. It's not the perfect thing. Yep. We still gain a life. We go to attacks and try to keep the pressure on as well as we can before we see the Affinity for Islands Golem Boy. Because you know that's going to happen. So I don't think they have hard counter in hand. I think they would have countered our Sen's Enlistment. Hey, thank you very much for the follow, Quesade94. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Traditionally, I'd be welcoming you to the Jank Bank, but we are playing one of Methonical's finest ales this night, so we will not be janking too hard. Opponent on Gush. Pretty good card. This deck is insane, guys. I feel like I recall a time a few years ago when Delver didn't run Daze, but now that it's hella money, I see it in every Delver deck for some reason. I feel like those two things could be correlated. I know for sure that Daze is very good against Delver. Yeah, we're certainly not janking off tonight. So now we have to land some Soul Sisters, and additionally figure out what we're doing with this Prismatic Strands. So I'm going to cast precisely one Soul Sister. Leave up. Then they know, I guess. Then they are well aware that we are on the Prismatic Strands plan. But what if we're not? Can they afford us not being on the Prismatic Strands plan? Okay, now we're playing the they can't have hard counter game. Or like spell stutter counter. One of the cards in their hand is a land. At least. Yep. There's a land. And because they are so good at having counter magic, we are going to Prismatic Strands on blue. We aren't janking off tonight. Poor YouTube. And they snap spell stutter. Yep. That's value. How many of these you run, opponent? So we can't cut bodyguards now, unfortunately. Although I'd love to. Sure. Gain a life. Strands in the bin. This has to work. On blue. No damage this turn. Opponent used one of their counter magics to do that. So let's play our other Soul Sister. Not a lot on the go here. No, you don't. Ugh. Oh, no, you didn't, opponent. That was good. That was just good eating right there. Good, clean eating. All right, so we still gain some life, and we still attack with these Kipkin. Yeah, we gotta start hitting Battle Screeches or something now. Or the combo. Now that we kind of managed to run them out of like one resource a little bit. We're at 11 and they have a 3/2 flyer. So they also play a bunch of 2/4s. And Ninja in the Deep Hours. And the best cards. Here comes another Bouncy Fairy. Can't counter Sen's Enlistment though, can ya? But if you can, we're dead though. We're pretty much dead. I think we have to scoop in the interest of time very shortly here. Let's try to... Yeah, we probably don't want them to know we're on red. All right, so... They didn't see Rally the Peasants, or... They saw Benevolent Bodyguards. They have to know we're on Presence of Gone, but we're just dead even if we do that. So why give them extra information? Okay. Pyreblasts come in. I think I can cut one Bodyguard. No, actually. That fizzles a lot of the removal. I feel like Bodyguards and Strands are really good here. What is bad if it gets countered? And what are they bringing in? Cursive Chains? Vapor Snags? Take a gamble that we are on Rallygon. These Faithful Suitings can come out. These Electrickeries are going to come in. I think this is a Last Breath matchup, if I ever did see one, unless this is just for Tribe. Yeah, they're tempo. You don't want to just give them life all willy-nilly like. I could probably cut like one Strands, because I don't think we'll have time to flashback Strands 6 times like we did against Stompy. And I'll probably cut the last Faithful Slitting where we're on Electrickery and Pyroblast. I kind of think that's what it is, unless Last Breath comes in to kill and exile stuff. Yes. Hey, thank you so much for the subs, Bubby. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome. What's your favorite fringe card in Magic the Gathering? And Pauper specifically, if you can. What is your janky deposit for the Jank Bank? Thank you so much for the sub. Seriously, I really, really, really appreciate it. Guys, we got the combo in hand with protection. All we got to do, Thought Picker, which everybody loves the Lantern. I got to figure it out someday. That'd be great. They either think you're Rogue Celestia tokens or Rally, and they're probably good enough to side for Rally. I feel that way as well. We got a good draw here. So this is going to be Sneak Out Bodyguard. Find 3 mana, one of which is green, combo off, and win. Oh, hey, Spubby. Yeah, I meant to discuss with you a bit further with reference to the thumbnail having the card image in it. So I think it's kind of convention to have them, whereas your advice on it, on the practicality, is certainly true. I'm going to try it out for a couple weeks. I'm going to see how it runs. If you're out there in YouTube land, you're seeing the new thumbnail, make sure you let me know what you think. And other than that, I might change that right side a little bit. And I also have to get some art for the net benefits thumbnail, preferably before... Oh man, you don't just miss your land drop though. You don't. Crumbling Vestige on white. There could have been an argument for straight up missing my land drop there. Opponent like, what? Crumbling, what? Let's run Soul Warden out before Soul's Attendant, just in case they have days. I would assume that they do. Well, they let this resolve for another extra mana. No. Soul's Attendant. Gain some life. Go to attacks. And F6. But yeah, I really appreciate your input and your sub in terms of the content. That's huge for me. That's going to be really important if I continue along this route. I feel like I want to celebrate again for the fantastic support in terms of, you know, how far I've come with that. Now, do they have a hard counter, and do I just run this Rally the Peasants into a hard counter so that they feel safe doing anything but countering a spell next turn? They can't Spell Stutter Sprite anything. They have 4 hard counters in their deck. We have 4 Midnight Guards in our deck. We have 2 Rally the Peasants in our deck. So maybe at this point, getting a guard rallied isn't even a big deal. We don't even have green mana. They might just let it through. It's a 2/3 beater, and it makes rally a little bit better. It's okay if this gets countered. That might not have been the play. But they still don't know we're on red at this point, so let's see if they want to counter this. Oh yeah, and by the way, for all of you guys out there in viewer world, we have a Discord where we hang out. And if you guys want to come hang out there with us when the chat's not being a chat, this is a wonderful, wonderful chat that I appreciate and love very much. You can catch us there. So that's the link right there. I feel like it serves as pseudo clickbait. If someone sees that pillage art and they don't know, they're likely to click and see how mono red Ponza works. I think you're right. But that's the thing, right? Like it is towing a fine line. You know, like I want people to interact with the content, and I think the old thumbnails were like really bad. So I kind of wanted to improve that game a little bit. Opponent opting not to attack here. Prismatic Strands. Yeah, let's attack with guard. See what they think about that. They're going to be able to hold up their counter magic from here on in. So part of me just wants to try to force it through. You do 10 damage here. It's pretty good. They have to trade with like one of these. They don't get to ninja next turn. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. And if they counter, it's not the end of the world. They get to ninja. We got a counter out of their hand. We draw green mana, we win. Sure. Okay, so let's try to rally. Those peasants will pass. Sneak in a good little bit of damage. If they don't counter, they have countered, and now they have 1 less spell stutter in hand. We still have protection for this Midnight Guard. Opponent's tapping mana. Also good news. Gushing? Yeah. Yeah. Counter magic mana still online. See, 1 spell stutter, 1 counter spell. Gotta wonder what else they brought in for us. Well, they're not gonna do anything about it. They're just gonna hardcast a ninja. I can certainly live with that. Let's draw green mana and win. I guess that's kind of green mana. Play Boros Garrison. Bounce Crumbling Vestige. And pass the turn, chumping this ninja. Does chumping the ninja tell them we have it in hand? Could. They might run mutagenic growth, so I'm not going to attack here. We want to save our benevolent bodyguard for snap. So if they equip, there's a chance they can't counter. Yeah, like they have to have exactly hard counter in hand. So we're going to block with Soul's Attendant. It puts us off infinite mana or infinite life gain, but you don't really need that if you have all of your tokens against this deck. They have Echoing Truth, I guess, but this puts them 1 card further away from a hard counter for our Presence of God next turn. And that kind of feels worth it for me. Yeah, okay. Cool. Sends Enlistment. Well, that's a good backup plan. All right, let's try it. Crumbling Vestige on green. Tap, tap. Do you have a hard counter game? Don't have it. Don't have it. Don't. Don't. Oh, we're getting soul rolled so hard right now. They have it. They gotta have it. There's no way they don't have it. They're gonna snap targeting Midnight Guard. So we will sack Benevolent Bodyguard. And we win. Sweet. Whew. Felt like a good plan. They had a really bad draw. We're trying to combo off to win. Last Breath is probably okay. It doesn't kill Delver, though. Do we really care about anything else? Let's bring in Spider Silks and take out Prismatic Strands. No, that doesn't even seem good. It doesn't even seem good. So what? Yeah, Electrickery feels kind of bad against the mono bounce plan. So does a 3-mana spell, though. Can Snap target anything? Can Snap target my creatures? Should I bring in Standard Bearer? No, that's stupid. I'm not. I don't think I should do that. I don't think that's a good idea. I think Strands is good enough. Spider Silk seems really good, better than Strands. So I'll bring in a Spider Silk. It does seem pretty good, huh? No, I don't think you can go off the combo here. They don't have that much interaction. Like, I think this is one of the best matchups. I think that's why. You can kind of like... I think that's okay against Scred Delver, where they're not as focused on value, but this deck just seems like they'll value you out. Like, I think the token plan is grindy, right? Because Presence of Gone is so bad, I think I'll go down one. I think I can agree to go down one Presence of Gone for a Spider Silk Armor. And like one Midnight Guard for... 3-mana spells just seem bad in this matchup too. I think... I think we just got to play our odds really well. But Strands doesn't seem that bad either. Okay, I'm down with going down one Gond, having 2 Spider Silk in. Yeah. The split seems okay with me. Sounds pretty bad. Pretty bad. We have sideboard cards on all of our mana. So I think it'd be greedy to throw it away, but it's not really that good. Not necessarily. And then we have to resolve stuff, right? We have to resolve blockers eventually. Like, the fairies won't get in, but we have Electrickery for that. Yeah, okay. Land go. Discarding a hand size, huh? Okay, let's go get our white mana right now. Give him a reason to start committing fairies. Or playing dazes. His hand's pretty bad against daze, too. And this will let us play a Soul's Attendant next turn as well. I think these are better at fighting fairies than Spider Silk Armor. Spider Silk Armor is really good against red decks, but yeah. And I kind of think we have to combo off to win. Ooh. Okay, now we have to deal with that to win. Which is going to be hard with this hand. Chump blocker, I guess. Ugh. Bounce planes. Having this many red cards in my hand certainly feels bad. Oh, they might just get us here. They have 8 cards in hand. Do we let them draw one more? No, because I think they're stuck on lands. So let's block. They might be telegraphing that. Well, that's going to help them not be stuck on lands. Did they find it? They did. Okay. Let's try to force through this Midnight Guard. They could have Daze, which really sucks. I hate that I have to leave up the red mana. It's like they definitely know. In paper, it might be excusable. You'd be like, float the red. Just say it really quietly. They might forget about it, but I don't think you'd ever, especially being a blue player. Okay, we have to kill this ninja right now. They have a Daze. We're pretty dead. Okay, they did not have Daze. Things have been worse. Things have been worse. We're at parity here. They have a Spell Stutter in hand. We stripped them of a hard counter. Pretty good ninja bait. I bait out the Spell Stutter and Electrickery here. Yeah. I'm good with that. Yep. Now is this Hydroblast? Now we got him. If they didn't know we were on red, we got him here. All right, there's Soul Warden. They're only on 4 cards in hand. It's a lot less scary than Delver usually is. Fairy's down, Ninja down. Frig, we gotta start resolving way more spells. Hello, Circus Sub City. Circus Sub Cross City? I never really know how to pronounce the X's, but I appreciate the follow very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, get him with Soul Warden. Number of chances they have nothing. What are the chances? Guard? We've seen 2 spell stutters? 1 spell stutter that they bounced. All right, okay, all right, all right. No way to protect it from the snaps and whatnot. So I'm imagining they hold snap here. Delver, okay. Triggers, we're going for it anyway. Now, if I get a Benevolent Bodyguard, I'm going to be pretty happy. Because I feel like Benevolent Bodyguard, at least we draw 2 counters out of their hand. Sword, want to counter it? Do you want to? Don't you want to taste my sadness? Okay. Now, here's the thing. They've got to have hard counter here, or we just win. So we're going to put them on it. Do you have hard counter or snap, I guess? It's a good number of slots dedicated to those cards. Guys, there's a chance. Could 4-1. I would appreciate that. I'd appreciate that a lot. I should update this record. And we will start tapping and untapping aggressively. We won the match. All right, sweet. I will keep this. I think this hand's pretty reasonable, especially if this is a fast deck. We got all our colors. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. I'll keep. Probably gonna go get our second white source before I get a red source. So I feel like second white source is a lot more important than second Never mind. I'm just always lucky. Yeah, so play out the fast Soul Warden first. And let's see what we're up against. Baron Moore, probably mono black control. Let's find out. Hey, Caught4, thank you very much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the Jank Bank. Welcome to the Jank Bank. You got a favorite fringe weird magic card you like? Let me know. I like those weird cards. The bad cards, I am here for them. Oh, there's Faithful Suiting. Still don't think this is time to go get anything. So we will play right into their Crypt Rats. If this is a Crypt Rats deck. I'm going to disfigure. Okay, sure. Soul Warden resolves. Now if we can bait them into using all the removal on our Soul Wardens and Sisters and whatnot, I feel like we'll be okay. All right, pass turn. And Midnight Guard looks kind of okay on this board. So long, I guess they only have Doomblade to answer it currently. My Nostalgia card isn't that bad. It's just not up to snuff anymore. Sprouting Thrynax. Ooh, opponent is stuck on lands too. That's good news. How safe is this Midnight Guard? SCG makes Pauper side event. All prices go up. Oh no. When Sprouting Thrynax dies, create 3 green. That's pretty sweet. That's a lot of bodies. I really like Portent in my Blue-Red Miracles deck. Lets me set up a Thunderous Wrath on OP's turn. Yeah, Portent's a pretty cool card too. We don't have enough going on. I think just enough pressure should be good enough where they're missing land drops, so I'm going to cast this. And we'll Faithful Saluting next turn. We weren't not playing our... Oh, okay, that's why I've never seen it. Good bit of value, but also not Pauper playable. Strictly not Pauper playable. So that's probably why I've never I've never run into it. I'm gonna update the most recent follower here real quick. Bye-bye Soul Warden. Okay, let's draw our combo and win. No combo. Bummer. Alright, let's Faithful Suiting. See what we find. I'm okay with hitting lands this second because we might also hit a Sen's Enlistment. No, there's a Commune with the Gods and a Benevolent Bodyguard. So, yeah, let's try to combo off, huh? Let's do this. Cast a Bodyguard that'll protect our guard for a turn or so, and this should dig to our combo. Never did it. Okay, let's win. Go to combat. No attack. We should have attacked first, but we're gonna win now. Ooh, that is cool. Do they have Snuff Out? I wonder if they have Snuff Out. It's like Edict, Snuff Out, Tilt. We're gonna disfigure Bodyguard. Okay, well, we will give him protection from black. And do we win? Game? I don't think they could have anything here. Okay. Your turn. I might have thought I didn't have it, but I did have it. This whole time. Alright, opponent's gonna pass. We will tap the guard. I guess I can like respond to its trigger to kill it. Really suck. Alright, then we'll always yield to this. Tap, create a token. Tap, create a token. Tap, create a token. We're gonna make about 1,000. Much nicer than Freed from the Real combo. We got him. We got him. Okay. Mono black control. Last Breath kills everything in their deck, but I don't think we want that going on. Spider Silk Armor for the Crypt Rats or the Pestilence could be intelligent. Again, with the leaving until they have mana to kill on the trigger. Oh, that's true, yeah. I didn't even think of that. Just getting lucky. Getting really lucky. So they've got lots of Gets verdicts and stuff like that, so we want all of our bodyguards. They do a lot of losing of the life, so I feel like Prismatic Strands is less good in this matchup. Spider Silk Armor isn't doing a ton for us, though. We don't even know what they have to killer stuff. Like, it's not actually that good against Crypt Rats or Pestilence. This is actually much better. Is our main deck just good? Like, maybe a couple extra Standard Bearers or something? But even then, I don't think that's that good. I think this is good against Mono Black Control. I think we just have a good matchup. We could gain 4 life off of this. I never even thought of that. That burn tech? Kill a token, gain a bunch of life? Or kill all of their creatures? This is really good against burn. Cool. Alright. I'm fine with the main deck, as it is. I could probably trim some X ones, but I feel like they're on Crypt Rats or Pestilence. I've seen more of that than anything else, so let's just see. That seemed to go pretty well. They got stuck on lands and we won. So I didn't even think of that, responding to the trigger. Yep, I bet you only make that mistake once. Oh god, I wish I could keep this hand. Ugh. Why are all the unkeepable hands full of really good cards? This hand is so bad, but I'm going to keep it anyway. Our Soul's Attendant has to live for this to do anything. This is also pretty bad, but I'm not going to 5. Okay? I'm just not. But I think I'm going to run out Survivor's Encampment first, just in case we find another 1-drop. We'll save our Crumbling Vestige until it matters. Evolving Wilds. Well, that is fantastic news. Cycling a Barrenmore over there. And before my boy Disfigure. Yeah, so everybody out there, don't make that mistake. I've just done Mika. What's the best budget deck? Some people were saying that Mono Green Stompy is pretty down there right now. I know Rancor can get kind of expensive, but Nettle Sentinel should have come down. Yeah, you should have some options at this point, I believe. What's this? Blossoming Sands. Okay, let's play Soul's Attendant. I imagine this gets verdicted real quick. Yeah, so Mono Green Stompy looks really cheap. Mono Black Land Destruction wasn't too expensive. Actually, you know what? I played a green black. So if you check out my YouTube channel, and this isn't just a shameless plug. Night, Kirk. So if you want to check out my YouTube channel, I have a I played a black-green Delve deck that was super cheap. And it was pretty amazing. It's sometimes. So it's not super consistent or anything. But it was good. Or it has done well, excuse me. All right, that was pretty good for our opponent. Maybe they're on Mono Black Land Destruction. We didn't see any creatures last time. This is a very bad hand against Mono Black Land Destruction. Could be. Saw Geth's verdicts. Nope, Green Black Delve didn't have Thorn. I don't think. Pretty sure it didn't. No, because when I put the deck tech up, it was like 5 ticks. So it's the thumbnail with the hooting mandrills on it. Big monkey boy. Died a lot. He tried to monkey it out, but generally just died though. Go to attacks. Get in there. Is it so the professional player, that would be Aliantrazi, correct? Yeah, Landstalent's probably not that cheap. Cool deck. Wish it would have done better. The dick. I liked that deck. It was one of the best decks. Ugh, could have done so well. But it didn't. Oh, there goes one of our battle screeches. Not the worst news. Now we just gotta resolve one. We get a bunch of them. So what are they on? They know our hand's super bad. They know it is very, 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 very bad. Yep, only option. And 3 mana, do nothing? I can live with that. I can certainly live with that. Pretty good against the land destruction plan when our opponent does not play anything. Okay. Play Soul's Attendant. And will they remove? They will not. Always yes, always yield. Play. Come on. I guess Crumbling Vestige is pretty okay against land destruction in a 3-color deck. It hasn't felt terrible, but this little colorful nub on the bottom, not always coming through. But the mana does feel really good in this deck. Like that's a testament. I mean, you can't be as good as just a bunch of swamps, but I guess you can have the wrong number. This feels very tuned. I feel like this certainly wasn't Methonical's first successful rodeo with this deck. Apparently, opponent is also making a sandwich. Well, we play Magic here tonight. But guarantee they're not afraid of a couple 1/1s, even on 4 cards in hand. It's going to make our Battle Screech next turn pretty good. But 1 shrivel away from making that plan completely irrelevant. Maybe I'm too low on Spider Silk Armors. I've gotten blown out by those effects so many times by Pestilence or Crypt Rats or something similar to that. Holy crap on the subs tonight, by the way, guys. Thank you very, very much. Give a couple shout outs for these subs. I feel like I don't give you guys enough credit. Oh, no, it's time for us to make our land drop. Go to combat. Opponent sent us a message. No worries. Now this is how you send a message. Yeah, Parasite Jason, thank you so much for the sub. Spubby, aka Laura, thank you very much for the sub. Yeah. Chase the Mind Sculptor 619, thank you again for the sub. It's awesome. I'm smitten by it. And he was a modder there last week. Appreciate it. All the follows too, guys. Circus Obsidy, Ka4, Kesadi, Carbuncle. I know you, Carbuncle. And Konstantinov, 16, I believe. For tonight's follows. So thanks, guys. Thank you muchly. They're gonna have to kill the Soul's Attendant. Or we're about to go to Value Town. What do you guys think? Yes, yeah, it does. It absolutely does. What do you guys think about somebody becoming the Guy Fieri of Magic videos? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what if I decided to just go all Guy Fieri on this joint? Okay, what am I playing around here? That can help me refill. Getting Carbuncle? I certainly found it difficult to find Carbuncle. So we're going to do some battle screeching here. I didn't know about Carbuncle until someone told me. And then I had an aunt who's really rad. She lent me the PC version of Final Fantasy VIII that had all of the guides with it. Just sweet. Just really sweet. I appreciated that a lot. Seriously? Seriously. Appreciated it. We will add white. Tap, tap. Tap. Battle Screech. Gain some life. Get some triggers. They're going to have a Wrath or we win. So see what they've got. I feel like they're trying to find a creature so that they can play a Pestilence and Wrath our board without losing it. I feel like that's what's going on here. So we'll do this, and we'll 6. No, I had great experiences with Final Fantasy VIII. I think it was a really wonderful game. Yeah, I played a lot of it. I didn't finish nearly as much of it as I would have liked. But what if they're like stuck on thorns here? They have a bunch of thorn in the Black Rose or something. There's Crypt Rats. It's pretty good for them. You gonna go to Wrathtown? Wrathtown. See, if I would have had a Spider Silk armor out here, it wouldn't have mattered. We're like frigged with mana now, though. We've got messed up mana. Real messed up mana. Never mind. Cycle Ash Barrens. Get a forest. The forest. And we will commune. What did you guys play Final Fantasy? Did you guys play RPGs? What kind of games did you guys play? Do you guys play video games? I'm a big RPG fan. Which probably goes along very well with my personality that it is also amenable to Faithful Sleeping. That's interesting. Okay. Go ahead. Which is also pretty amenable to the fact that I used to watch a lot of anime. That I wish I had more anime in my life. Made some rad oatmeal today that I used to eat every Sunday morning and watch Kizuna when that would come out. Thorn in it. Okay. That's bad. That's really bad. I guess we're going to try to stick a couple creatures. And someday... Flash back this... thing? Yeah, so I think I'm going to play out my creatures here. And then I'm going to draw for the turn. So this will eat the first edict. If they have an edict in hand, this will eat the first one. I'll have a creature, so at least they won't be able to untap, or I'll start attacking. Mind you, they could just kill our boy here, and that would be quite bad. But it is what it is, as it always is what it is. And then we'll try to, if they can't kill anything, we'll try to Faithful Salute our way into a flashback Battle Screech. So we're kind of hoping they don't have a ton of answers here, but they've been drawing lands all game, like champs. Presumably holding Crypt Rats and or Doomblade. But I'm not that afraid of another Edict here. I'm gonna cycle a Baron so maybe they just had a bunch of lands. It's kind of the ideal situation. I'll 100% swing with both next turn. So they have to trade. Do we have... No. Maybe I shouldn't then. But they're going to get to draw into a bunch of instant speed removal here. So let's see what this is. Another Crypt Rats, huh? Not bad. Crypt Rats X3, pretty good here. Wrath the board. No Wrath. I guess it gives them an out to flashback Battle Screech, so they get to save the Monarchy. Mono black Crypt Rats, eh? Still don't, like, if this is their benchmark, I still don't feel like I still don't feel like bringing in Spider Silk Armors is correct. I think we gotta blow them out with Prismatic Strands at exactly the right time. Hopefully they're one of those people that like stutter steps a little bit. Only activates one at a time. All right, they're gonna pass. Draw an extra card. You sure will. They're gonna be able to close it out pretty quick here. Blowing up our colored mana early. Good strat. I think this is safer in our graveyard, huh? Yep. So let's flashback Faithful Saluting. Maybe we should find Presence of Gond, and that makes them snap this off. Given... Oh, there's Prismatic Strands. It's a pretty good find. It'll give us a turn. You know, we don't want the land. We probably do want this Battle Screech if we have Prismatic Strands on board. So let's do that. And we'll pass. Opponent having a little read of the Prismatic Strands, as you would. It's not completely straightforward. That last game was decided so quickly. Like, they stumbled and we just, like, cracked a win out. Pretty sweet. Alright, Kumbaj, which is also pretty good against us. Yep. Opponent's finding the gas now. Flexing the pedal. Taking their time too, man. You gotta play faster. Like, what if our next game goes like this? I'm pretty sure we both spent the majority of our clock in this match, or in this game. They might have like bad connection or something. They're just trying to get a league in, which I can empathize with. That's all right. You gotta do what you gotta do. They could just draw into more thorns too, which is bad. Oh, that is brutal. Ugh. Yeah, that sucks. Really sucks. And now they only have to rats X2. I guess with the Kumbaj trigger, we can kill this, and then with the trigger, yeah, so if they want to kill, they'll have to kill their whole board. If they want a Wrath, they got a Wrath all the way. No halfsies. What's this? Benevolent Bodyguard. Which, if we do cast it, I guess we can give a creature protection from black. It's pretty relevant. So I'll cast Benevolent Bodyguard. But I'm not going to flashback Prismatic Strands. I guess I could just get the Monarch. Right? I could like sacrifice Benevolent Bodyguard. Give Midnight Guard protection from black, but then I just get it back. So that doesn't really seem worth it. I could do that. Get in with Midnight Guard and flashback Prismatic Strands. That actually seems kind of good. Yep. So, flashback Battle Screech. But if I flashback Battle Screech, that'll give him an opportunity to Crypt Rats. Kill Bodyguard. No, I'm going to do it. They can't counter it. So flashback Battle Screech. That'll untap Midnight Guard. Yep, we get some life. Triggers. Now we have blockers. And something to tap to Prismatic Strands. Untap Bodyguard. If they want a Wrath, they got a Wrath. Sack this, targeting Bodyguard. Give it protection from black. Go to combat. And get in. We are the Monarch now. Hooray! Just for a minute, though. Unless we can like draw into a bunch more Prismatic Strands or blockers, which I feel like my deck's pretty good at. All right, go ahead. Okay, they could kill both of these on end step. Didn't think of that. Well, now. They don't want to. Okay. Not going to cash in the Crypt Rats. And this is also not a trivial turn for them. What's up, Carbuncle? I run Dawn Treader Elk, and that's why. That was a pretty good exchange. Now I can flash back my Battle Screech a bunch of times. Unless I have another Crypt Rats. And I should have enough blockers now. And now we draw the extra cards. There's another Kuambaj Witches. That's bad. But it's not awful. That's only portions of Battle Screeches that they can take care of. We get to untap Midnight Guard too? We're just doing it. Yeah, sure. Narrow margins here, gang. Bazooka Bog. That's not good. That isn't good at all. Throw black. All right, see what they've got. Dawn Treader Elk was so the deck had like tons of staying power. I figured with that much life gain and Pestilence, you could like ping for 1 as much as you wanted. I later learned that pinging for 1 with Pestilence without any way to recur your small creatures was kind of irrelevant. And the Jotty Offshoots were probably a fine innovation just on their own. Okay, our opponent did a pretty good job of clearing us out there. And they probably are going to become the Monarch again next turn. So let's make the best of this. That was not strictly not making the best of it. Castle Warden, last turn. Come on, Prismatic Strands. I will block with that if they can't kill it. But yeah, so Dawn Treader Elk was a way for us to like get entirely ahead on Crumbling Vestige, huh? Entirely ahead on life so that our opponent wouldn't have any opportunity to do so. And are they going to wrath our board by attacking? It looks like they will do so. Yep, we'll go to blocks. Block, block, block. No Prismatic Strands to save us. Sense Enlistment would be pretty sweet here. But just getting to draw extra cards for a couple of turns, delaying this game, like our opponent's playing really slow. Yeah, so the Jotty Offshoots are probably, that was supposed to be the innovation with the deck, and I think I went a little too deep. Territorial Baloth wasn't bad enough for me to completely dismiss it. But yeah, I could totally see cutting Dawn Treader Elks for like more value cards somehow. Even like the Monarch, the green Monarch card, I think would be pretty sweet. Know what I mean? Know what I'm talking about? That was a clutch Bazooka Bog. They had it. They had it when they needed it. They're probably going to get the Monarch back here now. Battle Screech, no flashback. Seems bad. Seems pretty bad, but I guess we'll cast it. Hope we hit. Oh, we can't. Well, that's good. We can actually play Crumbling Vestige. Makes Sense Enlistment a lot worse. If they ping down our birds, they're not attacking with these. We could top deck something that is relevant. I think we should. We could find Prismatic Strands. That would be sweet. All this color choosing gonna get me frigged up. Cast Battle Screech. Pass the turn. But yeah, I loved Landstalence. Landstalence was one of my favorite decks. It was one of the first ones to like get any kind of like recognition at all, which was really redeeming for me. Soul Warden's not gonna do it. So they're gonna get to be the Monarch again. Womp womp. So we won't block. Maybe they're willing to just get the card and they like don't really care. Sorry guys, I think my phone was going off there over to the side. The clock is our advantage here, so we have to play that about as close to our chest as we can. They get to draw an extra card. Our turn. There's Midnight Guard. So we'll go to combat. Get in with a bird. Play a bunch of blockers. Be the monarch. I guess we'll deck first. What is this now? 3 mana, tendrils. Okay, sure. So let's Midnight Guard. And Soul Warden. That should have been the Midnight Guard. That was real dumb. Could be the difference. Could seriously be the difference. Oh, I hate that. Let's see what they have. If this is just flat out removal, I guess, yeah, it wouldn't have been that bad, but frig. Could have got the Monarch back. Yep, they got it. Could have been a little bit of a misplay there. They would have been able to take out 2 birds. They could have taken out the 3rd one, I guess, if they were that worried about me becoming the Monarch. Sure. I don't know how you win attacking for 1 here, but I guess we'll see. You will wait and see. No cards in our hand. How many battle screeches have we gone through? 1, 2, 3. Our last one is in our graveyard. Holy camole. So what do we have left? Like Rally the Peasants. We have a guard. The Choking Sands are plains. Pretty good. And draw an extra card. There's a Soul Warden. Okay, so tap this for white, play a Soul's Attendant, and pass the turn. We can kill both of our creatures. We can ping them for 1. You can ping them for 2, I guess. Ping you for 2. Jeez, this we're grinding here now. Oh, that was a really heads-up play when I got the Monarch back from them. I think if I would have had that Battle Screech play a little more correct, we could have seen 1 more card than they did. Really might have been the difference. But we're at 27. They're hitting us for like max 1 a turn. We haven't seen a lot of lands, so that's kind of an issue. We might just start running into lands like crazy here. Kuumbash Witch is doing work. Last Breaths would have been sweet. Faithless Looting. Well, that's not doing anything. It couldn't even been anything that's relevant. So go ahead. Your turn now. I wonder if they're just gonna like start playing mega fast towards the end. Really getting us. We'll see. Now, what have you got now? Phyrexian Ranger. Okay, well, that's going to turn up the clock a little bit. That's good. For them. Not for us. Yeah, I think Prismatic Strands is pretty good in the Monarch matchup. Might have underestimated that a little bit. Opponent going to get in for 3. The most glacial clock ever. They're going to get to work on our mana. Okay, that changes everything. That means we're pretty much dead here. Automatically. I don't see us coming back, but I'm going to try. I will see what I can do. No white mana. So that guard does nothing. Let's loot. None of these cards do anything. Prismatic Strand's probably better in the bin because we're only going to get to cast 1 white spell. So let's do this. And we'll pass. Own it. Has the clock turned up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last Breath kills everything in their deck. Starting to think it could be appropriate. Take out these Kumbaj Witches, the Thorn. It feels that way. Gary can see what I mean? Gary can get there pretty quick. You just gotta time the Garys. They can get there. Mind you, it did take them a very long time to win this game. They had a land heavy draw, and they showed it. So what I learned by playing them this time is that Prismatic Strands and deal damage. Yeah. Prismatic Strands and even Last Breath are probably good. Last Breath. What is Last Breath better than? Faithless Looting? They're trying to disrupt our mana base. So there's like less of a chance we'll be able to cast Faithless Lootings, and even Battle Screeches. A little bit worse. And another Last Breath. I don't think we would have survived nearly as long without Battle Screeches, though. I don't think we go down the combo even a little bit. All these Crypt Rats running around. I think Rally is probably kind of bad, too. Bringing like a Journey. O-Ring for your Oubliette. But they're the control deck, so why am I trying to be the control deck? I don't think Last Breath slows us down enough for it to be a problem. But the rallies, I don't really like the rallies that much. Yeah, I kind of prefer this plan a little bit. So let's see if we can disrupt them a bunch. See how that goes. We can get their Oubliettes and stuff. It's kind of nice. Also on the play. Would love to play first. Got some 1-drops. Got some mana fixing. Opponent could have Choking Sands. I want to keep it. I don't like how close it is to just like instant scooping, but we'll do it like this. Go find our second white mana for our Battle Screeches and call it a night. Duress gets Faithless Looting. Pretty good. Really narrows down the things that I would want to search for with this Ash Barrens, which is nice. All right, what's this? Soul's Attendant. Okay, so let's go get white mana. Play our white mana, play Soul's Attendant, trigger, and we will get in. It's okay against witches, I guess. Like, we get to continue pinging them and stuff, but I don't think it's very good against Crypt Rats. Like, I think it's just actively bad against Crypt Rats. And once they get a couple witches down, they don't really mind, right? Ooh, spicy. All right, well, let's play our Benevolent Bodyguards. Give some stuff protection. So that's, I guess if they do hit Crypt Rats here, we could at best, or at worst, sack Benevolent Bodyguards to save our Soul Sisters. All right, so let's cast Benevolent Bodyguard. Triggers. Combat. Swing. We gotta start hitting land drops, though. Bad. Real bad. That's one way we could lose a game in 4 minutes. I guess Kumbaj Wishes does suck. Jeez. Savagery. Okay. I see how this is. See how it is. That's bad. I'll give him that. That's really bad. Who would win, one plains or mono black control? This could be like mono black land destruction, for all I know. But there's Garys and stuff. I don't feel like that's the case. There's Oubliette. What will you target? I think I'll just let it go. Because Bodyguard could protect something more relevant later. I don't think they have Shrivel either. Let us continue missing the lands. I would hate to lose this game so much. So much. That would suck. Super bad. What's this? Gary? Scary Gary? Pretty good here. Chainer's Edict. Okay. We will sack a Bodyguard. And yeah, their devotion isn't that high here. Bringing in removal might have been a bad call. We haven't seen a ton of stuff. And another Oubliette. Okay, if that targets our Soul Sister, I will sack the Bodyguard to save the sister. Okay, well, I will just sack the Bodyguard. Give this pro black. So their devotion's pretty good here now. There's a universe where they kill us with the Gary beats. We don't draw a land shortly. So far away from casting that. We kept a 3-lander. Like, what? Was I just playing Ash Barons out untapped? Really? Yeah, Kumbaj Witches. Okay. Maybe we have a chance. Maybe. I'm not saying we do. But maybe. Pass turn. If they have another Choking Sands, that's brutal. But I feel like they would have snapped it off already. They have one card in hand. Could be Gary. Gary ain't great. Gary is not great here. Kumbaj Witches pings the Soul Warden, so I'll ping you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're gonna drain us for 8? Yikes. Just another Kumbaj Witches. Okay, that's not that scary. They will drain us for 10 if we don't do anything about it. Well, I guess we're slamming the Midnight card. Commune with the Gods doesn't hit lands, so let's put them on it. And if this is just Edict and not Gary, we could stand a chance. If this is Gary and instant speed removal spell, it's probably GG's. They're gonna get us. Not much time on the clock. Oh, well, that's wonderful for them. I'm so proud of you. Land destruction, my one true nemesis. Pretty good against edicts, I guess, but I'm not ignoring anything in my graveyard recklessly. Come on. Gary? Gross. Okay. What is forgotten? Man, they're really slow rolling this Gary. Mm-hmm. They're at 7. Yuck. And attacking for 1? Sure are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Draining us for 10 with a Gary. 12, actually, I think. Land. It's bad. This is really bad. Don't play a Gary. Don't. It better not be the last card in your hand. Yep. We take 2. Down to 21. It does take 2 to make it out of sight. Play... I wonder if they have a Gurmag Angler. I'm gonna journey one of the witches. I might hold this Soul Warden. But I guess it keeps them off doing damage to us. So whatever it takes. I can't imagine they're only on lands here. That's really unlucky, honestly. Unless they're like really hot on lands. They just got tons of lands in their deck. No attacks. Sure. Pings us, pings you. Yep. Colony Garden, that'll get us a token. So if we're in the business of playing Colony Garden, let's commune with the gods. There's a Midnight card. Play Colony Garden, and we'll pass. But I think they're going to time out. I still, even with a Gary at this point, unless they have two Garys, the second Gary does it. If it's just like top deck, Gary, then we're dead. Not just a Crypt Rats. They'll kill themselves with that at this rate. Targeting this. 9 seconds. And looks like we're going out with a whimper here. What if we draw a land and I just put the combo together? No, I can't. Too bad. Battle Screech. Ah, can't kill that many, can ya? We did it. Cool.